In this next unit, we're going to be looking at trig functions. So trig functions are graphs. And what we want to do is connect the graphs. So the graphs over here, this graph, we want to connect that to what we've already done, which is standard positioning. And we also want to connect this to something that we're going to do later on, which is trig identities, or essentially formulas. So there is an interrelationship between the formulas, the function or graph, and the standard positioning, or the XY positioning on the circle. And the better we can understand the interrelationship and how they are related, how one idea is related can be seen in standard position, that same idea could be seen in a graph, that same idea could be seen in a formula. The better we understand this, the better depth of understanding we'll have of trig in general. So here the example that's shown is we can see that we have our standard position circle. Our standard position is the XY positioning, the X being the cosine position, okay, the Y, the vertical position goes with the sine. So what we've actually drawn here is, the example drawn is actually an example of sine. So as we rotate around the circle, as we rotate from 0 here around the circle in this direction, the Y position is going to change. So we're starting at 0 here. Oops, just make sure we get that, yeah. So we're starting at 0 here, and we can go as we turn, the Y position increases. So if we take a look at the graph here, as we start at 0, as we increase the angle in this direction, the Y position is increasing up to the maximum point, which is at 90 degrees. So that's going to coincide with that. So basically this graph is just showing what's happening to the Y positioning, or the sine value, as we go around this circle. And this is how we can relate what we've done in standard position to the graphs. And again, later on, we're going to connect this to identities, or the formulas. And the formulas can be expressed, the concept in the formulas can be expressed in the function or graph. It can also be expressed in standard position. And the more connections we can make, the better off we're going to be.